Hello everyone and welcome back to Everything is Possible in Code Vein. And before we proceed to the next area, to my dismay I just realized that if I check over here, we are at 85. And I did a little bit of thinking and I figured out what I'm missing here. So apologize for making you come back here again and not getting this on the first go, but mistakes happen. So if we go from the first bonfire, we're going to go straight to the barracks here where we found the Queenslayer hammer. And right over here where we fought the invasion. If you continue this way, if you take a look down, there is a hidden path here and an item. So let's go through here. We're going to have to fight a devil who swung way too slow for me to parry him. And up this ladder we are going to find a missile. And there we go. Now when I use the Vivifier, we should see that everything is at 100. There we go. So now that we have done that, let's go back to the Ashen Cavern, to the Accumulator Ruins. And I wish you joy over your victory over the Gilded Hunter, if you have been following along. But now we're going to proceed to one of the most unfun areas in the game, in my opinion. But there is quite a way to walk till we reach it, so let's go. So once we quickly take care of these guys, we're going to have to fight Juzo's friend again. Once we have dispatched him, we're going to use the dog tags that we acquired in the battle against the Gilded Hunter to open this door. And here comes one of those long corridors that this game just loves tossing at you. Whew, we almost made it. Just a little bit longer. And here we go. Welcome to the City of Falling Flame. This place is quite a nightmare. And I'm pretty sure you can already tell why. So over here, if we look carefully, we will notice that there is a sword here sticking out. So let's bait this guy to come out. Let's say hello. So these guys aren't particularly interesting, they're just regular enemies. They're a little bit bulkier, but they're also quite slower. Now this is the gimmick of this area, or at least one of the gimmicks. As long as you step on these patches there, you're going to take damage. So this guy is a Firebender from Avatar, he's going to shoot fireballs at you and do weird kung fu moves. Just ignore him and do your best to avoid whatever he throws at you. We're going to pick up this item while we're here. And right there you can see another one, but from all the damage you're going to take, this one isn't worth it. This is a queen steel from what I remember. So we need to get this here with this ladder, but we cannot do anything about it, so let's drop down. And over here is awaiting us an ambush. There is an item over here too. I'm not taking that because I don't want to take damage. So if you touch the firewalls just like you saw, you take damage and you get stunned. And if you're very unlucky, your enemies might just happen to combo you. And you're just going to die absolutely helplessly. So do your best to avoid these things. If you have a light build that is fast rolling, now it's a good point of time to pick up some heavier gear to avoid burning to a crisp.
I can't walk anymore.
Here we can get our first vestige of this area, and we can mosey on forward. So we're going to kick this ladder down here. This is where the vestige was. This is a pathetic excuse for a shortcut, but what can you do? Now we can go down here and fight all the enemies, or you can do what I like to do and jump up here and punch this guy. And this way we can stay clear of trouble. We are going to climb up this ladder. We are going to drop down over here. Wait for the flames to subside. And here is a turtle. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just walk around him, backstab, and wait for the flames. There we go. So the path here splits. We're going to take a right. We're going to pick up this item. Let these guys win. Oh, here comes another one. There we go. There are all sorts of ambushes like these ones, where enemies come out of the flames and you really cannot do anything. But now that we're here, we're going to walk this path here, take a right, and we're going to find the regeneration factor. Let's use it right now. We're going to pick up this item, and here we should find a noble silver. Yeah, one of the better blood veils. Most optimal builds that are physical usually use these. Looking at its stats, maybe I'm going to pick it up later as well. Right now we have to deal with this guy, and this is quite a tough enemy. That's very unique to this area. So the deal with these guys is you just don't want to let them get started, kinda like the boreal brutes. Except these guys are very fast and have a few attacks that can make your life living hell. So once we've gotten him, we'll purify this area, so it's mapped, and we can continue. So now back up here, if we go back towards this way, we should find a vestige. I'm going to head to the right first. Heal up. I'm going to step into the flame. The unfortunate reality of this map. I cannot aim my character. Going to the direction I want them to. Or I want them to. Right over here there is a missile, and right where this monkey is, we can clearly see a vestige. So let's take that. This monkey hasn't realized what has happened. We gotta deal with this guy. Quickly backstab him, so we don't lose health while we're sending in this fiery patch. And a single hit with the circulating force here should be enough. We're going to pick up the missile. Here comes the monkey. And let's get out of here as quickly as we can. Now we're going to have to do the same here. But I will need this guy to compulsor. There we go. Now we can dispatch the thing safely. And that's about it. A Firebender over here. There we go. And it's all fine. Now let's take care of the fiery part. And ow. Unfortunate. And here's our final vestige.
Like you're at it.
We can now go back. There we go. Barely made it out alive. But thankfully, on the way back, we are going to find the ladder from earlier. Pick this up. And that ladder is right over here. So let's kick it down. And let's rest up at the bonfire, because we took quite a beating. While we're here, I'm going to level up. And mosey on forward. I think I'll skip this guy. Here is a queen skill. And now we're back where we left off. This time, however, we're going to drop down here. So we can see the two enemies here, so let's get their attention. I'm going to pick this item up. It's an awake module. And over here we've been met with the cutscene. And another one of the blue flame guys. Oh, let's pick this up. I'm going to skip to this cutscene, because it's not important or interesting.
What it's
There we go, we got another vestige. Just like that. So, the blue guy, I'm going to acquire Iron Will, and hopefully he doesn't one-shot me, like they usually tend to do. Well, he didn't put up much resistance, let's finish him out. I was hoping I could show you the power for AoE attack, which is not really an AoE attack, but more of an area denial thing, where he covers himself in blue flames that deal massive damage to you if you stand in them, and obviously you just have to avoid them. So while we're up here, let's walk over here, beat this monkey. This is the monkey who was guarding the vestige from earlier. There he goes. Let's get this guy. We'll get this item. And there's everything that we had to do here. Now you might have noticed that this way there is a missile. So let's restart it and continue forward. Now I would normally rest on it, but I have some ichor, so I don't think I want to reset. Quickly dispatch these monkeys. I'll pick up this item for you. It's not really useful. Come here, friend. Thank you. There we go. Let's get a cheeky backstrap. Now all this level and around here, we should be finding an item over there, but we can't reach it yet. And here is a big guy. Let's not go into the patch of flames. We're just going to pull him towards us and fight over here where we won't take damage. Hopefully. Now we're going to cross, but before we continue on our way, we're going to take a right here and pick this item up that we just saw. Now we're going to take the ladder. Put this item here, and we're done. I'm going to revert this area, and here, unfortunately for you, we are going to see the spiky balls again. Yet another reason to hate this area. There we go. Unfortunately, that's not the only one, because here are two more. Let's bait one of them. Come our way, and it's done. Now we're going to do the same for the other. Perfect. So now here quite a big battle awaits us. I'm going to try to pull in the enemies one by one. Here comes this guy. I'm going to get the attention of this guy with a knife toss. There we go. And before we go over there, we're going to dispatch of you. Just like that. Then we will dispatch of you. There we go. Remember this chest, we'll come to it shortly. For now we're going to take this item and head right. We'll get this item. Here is another one of the balls, but if you pay attention, there's also a bunch of monkeys around here. There's one. We're going to bait the spiky ball. Hope it should be enough. Now we'll wait for this guy. It's done. And we're clear. Here is our next vestige. Whoa! That was not YouTube friendly. We're going to cross this path. Over the bridge. That blue guy is foreshadowing our fate. We'll get this item, and there is a chest. But if you pay close attention here, you'll notice that we actually have friends over here. Let's get you down. Go. Here's one more. Come down here. And one final one here. Or I guess not. This is the burnt warhammer. Well, I said it many times before, we already have the best hammer, but whatever, game. So now we can continue over there, but it's actually more optimal to come down here. That's what we're going to do. Do your best to avoid this shot. I did not. There we go. And now we're going to find the blue guy we saw from earlier, but this time in a little bit tighter space. It's fine though. Gets his attention. And aim for the cheeky butt shots. As well circulating those. He tried to use the AoE attack, but I prevented it from time, and now he's dead. Just like that. So we're going to heal, and there is 2 spike balls here. We got the attention of one. Let's take care of it. Here comes the other. Perfect. Over here we're going to find the ivory grace, I believe. Oh no, the white vestment. The white vestment is a good veil. It's relatively bulky and provides good light depth. So if your build revolves around light gifts, that's one I definitely recommend. So before we continue over there, let's drop down here where there is a missile. And this area should seem familiar to you because there is a chest we just opened, and here is this section that I told you we would come to later. So let's deal with this guy. And over there is one of Middle's friends who is guarding a vestige. And as you know, we won that vestige, so let's go take it from him. There we go. And I usually forget to pick it up after I defeat him, but here it is.
Ridiculous. We
Don't
aren't going
forget.
to leave you behind.
There are 2 more guys here. Nothing out of the ordinary. And we are done here. All that's left to do is to pick up this item and trace our footsteps back to the bonfire. Now we're going to do a few checks. We'll speak with
I've been waiting for you.
Tepe? Tip? I don't know.
Please, spin a thread of memory for me.
And if you look at this, as it turns out, we have collected every vestige. So rest back at the bonfire and prepare for the next fight with the successor. This fight is quite fun, and I can't wait to get to it. So thank you again everyone so much for watching and sharing your time. I'll see you then.